Okay, so today what we're gonna do is start on my little camper setup. I just want to do like a little bit of a layout. Actually, let me just show you guys what it's gonna look like. Or actually, let me show you what I'm thinking about doing, not what it's gonna look like. So, my plan is to take out the rear seats, which are folded down, which are right here. And then I'm going to put a piece of plywood over that, and I'm going to have it extend over the wheel well a little bit, over the like foot mats where you put your feet, so I can have some storage underneath there. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do right here. Underneath this is my spare tire, and I might just keep this here. I'm going to have to try and figure something out. So the first thing we have to do is take out these rear seats. It looks like we got this bolt right here. Looks like there's a couple bolts right there. And I think once I get the bottom seat off, this one here, once I get this seat off underneath, there's going to be a couple more bolts on that side. So let's actually do that. Let's get that top, the cushion part off first, and then we'll do the back piece. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, that's not working. Ugh. Oh my God. Oh, it. Okay, so now to the rear ones. And it's looking like that is the only one we have to do back here for this side. Okay, one more, that's all we gotta do. If you are not going to use these holes that these came out of to hold the seats down, put these bolts back in the holes. This way, A, you don't lose them, and B, if they're different sizes, they're in the right spot. So now what I need to do is put something here so that the board can sit on. And I need about, I think, 5.5 inches here, which is almost exactly what a 2x6 is. So I do have a 2x6. I'm going to measure how much I need. Let's do 24 inches. 24. For attaching this, I have the L brackets for the inside, and then I have flat brackets, which are just going to go on the outside here. I don't know if you can see that, and they will run straight up against the back of this. In theory, it should work. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Alright, like that. I have to check these flat brackets. Yeah, that looks good. Drill a couple more holes. Put the screws in, put the flat brackets on the back. This is going to be our main support. Let's go. Hopefully there's like not a gas line or something under there. Now, flat brackets. Is not going anywhere. Wow. Even better than I thought it'd be. This is mounted super sturdy. Very happy with how that came out. Now what I have to do is mount, I don't know, yeah, you can see that. This just is an opening under here. So I need to put another mount right here so that this piece of plywood lays flush right on top of here and it's one consistent piece. Now, I just gotta cut this. I think I'll just use this, but I'll cut it this way and kind of use pieces like that, if that makes sense. The gap here from the bottom of the floor to the top of this is 8 inches. We have to deduct 3/4 of an inch for the plywood. So I have to cut this 7 1/4. Just making a few measurements. Make sure it's accurate, and it is. Oh, I'm gonna do 7 1/4 this way, and then maybe 2 L brackets on this down on the floor, probably 3 L brackets. 1, 2, actually, maybe 4 L brackets, 2 on each side. See how it goes. This is super solid. All right, 7 1/4. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these little brackets right here, and I'm going to mount them here like this, and then the bottom piece here will be mounted to the actual metal on the car. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm probably going to have to do something on the back too, because I don't think just this is going to hold it, but let's put it in place, see how it goes. So I just checked under the car. The gas tank is right below me. Yeah, so we'll be a little careful when we drill these holes out. That's my gas tank right there. I am not going to use these because there's something under here and the screw isn't going down. And if you listen, I'm going to take the screwdriver and just put it into a hole. See that? That's an existing hole into what I'm drilling into the metal that I'm drilling into. And there's something right below it. And I know it's my gas tank, because I went under the car and checked. I'm just going to take these and screw these, or screw the piece of plywood that's gonna go here. I'm just gonna screw that onto here, and then what I'll do is figure out a way to mount the plywood, maybe to like this side panel over here. So the plywood is gonna come all the way out here. So maybe I'll just put like some L brackets in the plywood here, just to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't wiggle around, because it's gonna be screwed into here as well, and there's gonna be feet on both ends. So yeah, I just won't take these and screw them down into here. I'll mount it a different way. So what we got to do now is cut out this platform to fit these edges. So here's what I mean. You can see the contours there in that molding I'm gonna have to cut the plywood to kind of fit into there. I think the best way to like cut out for that molding is to use a piece of cardboard as a template, and I know my wood is already 4 feet long, which is exactly what I need, so I literally just need a piece big enough to kind of go on those edges and cut out the mold. So just what I thought. I kind of double checked things, and this is not right. I'm basically just measuring how wide it has to be where it connects to the existing platform, and then I'm just measuring up and then out. So it's not going to be as clean as I wanted, but it'll still work. Okay, so that is my line. And I think that should work. No, that will work. So maybe I'll just round this out a little bit. That might give it a nicer look. All right, here's the moment of truth. This way. Bring it. Okay, I just need to round these edges off a little bit. Other than that, it's fine. I think I'm happy. I could have got it a little bit tighter to the edges, but honestly, it's fine. That's pretty flush right there. I'm not gonna complain with that. After I put a little carpet, it's gonna be good. And this is close enough. I mean, I could have came out a little bit wider, but I ain't sweating it, and neither should you. Yeah, a little bit of space here, but that's fine. Okay, here we go. Check it out. All right, and this is what it looks like from the back. I will have all of this to lay down on. Well, not really. So now what I gotta do is mount the supports that I was gonna mount to the car that are right here. I gotta mark those and then nail them, probably screw them. I'll screw them down in case I ever want to remove them. And then this section is basically done for now. I will carpet it and all that stuff, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So let's mount these. This worked out well. It's not screwed down to this one yet. I just screwed those two supports in. But what I want to do is I want to have a drawer here that opens. So not a drawer, but basically I need to cut out a big rectangle, and I'm going to put a piano hinge here, and then this way this will fold up, and everything underneath, you know, is going to, and the space underneath is going to be storage space. Two issues. Number one, I don't have a piano hinge right now. I have to go to Home Depot and get one. I've already been there like 4 or 5 times today, and I'm hungry. So I don't know what to do. I might call this a day today. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have this flop open, and I'm gonna have to put like some sides on this, because when I open the door, I don't want things to just like fall right out. Now, I had something like that in my previous car. I think I have a couple photos. I'll put them up. I think I had 2 drawers that lifted up, or, you know, 2 cutouts that kind of came up. Those were on piano hinges. And that was like, I don't know, I built that probably 6 years ago now, 5 years ago. So this is going to be similar to that, but then a lot is going to change, because I'm going to have like a full cabinet thing here, my refrigerator, cooking, a drawer that pulls out, and then this side is really just going to be for sleeping. But I am going to have a table with like locking hinges that comes up this way off of the side of the cabinet that's going to be here, or the kitchen, if you will. I think I might call this like episode 1. This video might be done because I've already filled up a 64 gig SD card. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, guys. we're gonna label this the end of episode 1, and maybe I'll do a second episode. Well, definitely a second episode, maybe even a third, depending on how far I got. All of this, well, it took me like a day, but that's because I was playing Call of Duty a little bit with my nephew, then eating food, getting lunch, then coming back. Then I had to go to Home Depot. I had to get all the plywood, screws, L brackets, stuff like that. I didn't film any of that, but so in the next episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the cutout so I can, with the piano hinge, so I can kind of like lift up that whole, the top there and get to the storage underneath. And then we're gonna start on the cabinet build for the refrigerator and the cooking top. And let me show you this. So this is what I currently have. This is where my refrigerator goes, and this would pull out, and obviously it's on sliders. And this is the drawer that held this. But as you can tell, it's a little bit flimsy. It's about 5 or 6 years old. I just kind of tweaked a little bit to get it to work for when I bought the refrigerator. That's what I currently have or had. Basically, I'm just gonna build a bigger one of that. I think what I'm gonna do is down here at the bottom, I'm thinking about like a 4 or 5 inch cabinet, which goes back about 3 feet that I'll be able to pull out. And then that'll come up to about here. And then this is gonna be taller, and my refrigerator will be on top of that. So that's what I'm thinking about doing on this one. I just need to take that into consideration when I do the cutout and the piano hinge for that little storage space. I didn't even think about that until right now. That's gonna do it. This is gonna be episode 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, I don't know how you did, but yeah, if you're new, please consider subscribing. Any questions, like always, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. All right, thanks again.